Good evening and welcome to the Eden Prairie Planning Commission. It's Monday, January 13th, 2014. Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Be seated. Well, tonight, the first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Anybody have any comments relative to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, move to approve the agenda for this evening's meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Second item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from the Eden Prairie Planning Commission meeting of November 25th, 2013. Any commissioners have any comments or corrections to the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, move to, Mike, did you have something?
No.
Oh, okay. Mr. Chairman, move to approve the minutes for the November 25th, 2013 Planning Commission meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
One abstention. Great. With that, we move to our public hearings. The first and only public hearing of the night is a code amendment, district standard, and off-street parking facilities for the A-C Airport Commercial and A-OFC Airport districts by the City of Eden Prairie. The request is to amend the city code to include district standards and off-street parking facilities for the AC and AOFC districts relating to lot size, dimensions, setback height, base area, and floor area ratios and parking. Mr. Franzen, I believe you are presenting this.
I am tonight, Mr. Chairman. Attached to the staff report are 3 charts. The first 2 charts relate to the district standards for airport commercial and airport office. The district standards for airport commercial are the same as the other commercial districts, and the district standards for airport office are the same as the office district. The third chart has to do with the parking requirements, and so the parking requirements for airport office are the same as the office district, and the parking requirements for airport commercial will be the same as the commercial districts. And these are the standards that we will use at some point in the future when there are developers identified and they bring a development proposal in front of the commission. They have to have kind of a practical and factual method of evaluating what they're doing. And this is important for us to make sure we're treating all applicants in a fair and consistent manner, and as well as the property owners. And the staff recommends approval of these amendments as presented.
Very good, thank you. Any quick questions by the commission? As this is a public hearing, is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the commission on this issue? Not seeing any. Again, final questions from the commission?
No.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Mr. Franzen, you stated some point in the future, is that near term as close to the next Planning Commission meeting? Because I see that there are 6 or 7 parcels that are coming in front of us.
The next Planning Commission meeting is simply for the rezoning of parcels 2 through 7. We have a 3-step development process where last year we amended the comp plan to identify the commercial and airport commercial and airport office sites, and we created the zoning districts. And 2 weeks from now, we're into step 2, where we're going to rezone the parcels, and the parcels they've identified for rezoning are identical to what is indicated in the comprehensive plan. The third step is we don't know when someone's going to come up with a development proposal. So whenever they work out some agreement with the developer to come in and build, they will follow the same process that all developers and property owners go through for site plan review. So if it's rezoned, let's say in a couple of months done with the city council, you could have something in front of us as early as July, or it could be a year from now. We simply don't know at this point.
Very good. If there are no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, move to close the public hearing.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. Chairman, move to recommend approval of the amendment, to city code related to district standards and off-street parking facilities for the AC Parents Airport Commercial End of Parents and AC-OFC Parents Airport Office End of Parents districts relating to lot sizes and dimensions, setbacks, height, base area, and floor area ratios and parking.
Second.
Again, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I think this process, just a personal comment, I think this process and working with the MAC on these developments is a very good one. I'm glad to see that the cooperation is going forward as it is. So, that was our only public hearing. Next item on the agenda would be planner's report. Mr. Franzen?
Mr. Chairman, we do have a meeting on the 27th. We will have 6 public hearings, 1 for each of the development parcels. What we did with this process for notification is we sent out the public hearing notices earlier than the 10-day minimum and directed the property owners to go to the city website under the Planning Commission calendar so they could see the site plans and the building elevations and what MAC is proposing for each one of the parcels. To give them a little bit more time to understand what's being requested, to give them time to figure out what they may or may not want to say when they come in front of the Planning Commission, and the opportunity to get more information from staff, or if we can't answer the question, MAC could answer those questions in advance of the meeting. Our hope is it'll make the public hearings go in a very orderly and a very logical and hopefully predictable manner as we go through those series of hearings in a couple of weeks.
Sounds great. Anything from the questions from the commission? For Mr. Franzen? Okay, next issue, members report. Do we have a citizens advisory, light rail citizens advisory report tonight?
No.
Guess not. Any continuing business?
No.
New business? So I guess it's time to look for a motion for adjournment.
Mr. Chair, I move for adjournment. Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.